Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Orina. BJP declared its first list of 34 candidates on Thursday in New Delhi, dropping 2 cabinet ministers, PWD Minister Deepak Prabhu Pauskar and Water Resources Minister Philip Neri Rodrigues from its list. Kankona MLA Isidore Fernandes makes way for former Sports Minister Ramesh Tawadkar. Perne MLA Manohar Babu Asgaonkar has been shifted to Margao. And most importantly, Utpal Parikar does not find a place in Panjim, which was represented by his father, late Manohar Parikar.
A major surprise in the BJP list is renomination of former Social Welfare Minister Milind Naik from Mormugao. Naik had resigned as minister over alleged sex scandal case. Antanasio Babu Monserrat and his wife Jennifer have been nominated from Panjim and Taligaon constituencies respectively.
मडकई से केंद्रीय चुनाव समिति ने सुदेश भिंगी के नाम की स्वीकृति दिया, वह चुनाव लड़ेंगी। मुरगांव से श्री मिलिंद नायक, जनप्रिय, लोकप्रिय और ईमानदार गोवा के मुख्यमंत्री डॉक्टर प्रमोद सावंत जी, वह सांखली से विधानसभा का चुनाव लड़ेंगे। पणजी से श्री अटांसियो मोन्सेरात भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रत्याशी होंगे। तालीगांव से श्रीमती जेनिफर मोन्सेरात, यह भारतीय जनता पार्टी के केंद्रीय चुनाव समिति ने इनके नाम की स्वीकृति दी है, चुनाव लड़ेंगे।
Also, 2 tickets have been given to the Rani family, with Vishwajit Rani nominated from Valpai and his wife Divya Rani nominated from Porye against the father-in-law if he decides to contest. Asked about the nomination of Antanasio Babu Monserrat and his wife Jennifer, Devendra Fadnavis said it was an occupational hazard. He also justified the nomination of Vishwajit Rani and his wife Divya in Valpai and Porye respectively.
परेम से श्रीमती दिव्या विश्वजीत राणे भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रत्याशी होंगे। बालपोई से श्री विश्वजीत प्रताप सिंह राणे, बालपोई से श्री विश्वजीत प्रताप सिंह राणे यह चुनाव लड़ेंगे।
कभी कभी ऑक्यूपेशनल हैजार्ड हम जिसको कहते हैं, ऐसा पॉलिटिक्स में भी हमको देखने को मिलता है। तो बाबूश मोन्सेरात और उनकी पत्नी दोनों चुनकर आए थे और दोनों बीजेपी में आए, और उनकी पत्नी यानी जेनिफर मोन्सेरात जो है, उनकी अपनी एक अलग पहचान भी है और वे अभी बीजेपी की सरकार में मंत्री भी है। और जहां तक विश्वजीत राणे का सवाल है, वो भी बीजेपी में कांग्रेस से आए, उन्होंने इस्तीफा दिया, वो बीजेपी से चुनकर आए। और जो प्रिय सीट थी वो प्रताप सिंह राणे जी की सीट थी। प्रताप सिंह राणे जी 50 साल तक लगातार उस सीट से चुनकर आए।
ब्यूरो रिपोर्ट फॉर हेराल्ड टीवी।
Out of the 34 candidates declared on the BJP list for the 2022 Goa Assembly elections, 5 of them have serious non-bailable criminal cases. The punishment is 5 years or more in jail if convicted. These candidates are Art and Culture Minister Govind Gowde, Health Minister Viswajit Rane, Revenue Minister Jennifer Monserrat, Panjim MLA Atanasio Monserrat, and TV MLA Nilkanth Harlankar.
Govind Gowde has a maximum of 3 cases against him. Atanasio Monserrat, Vishwajit Rane and Nilkanth Harlankar have 2 cases against them, and Jennifer Monserrat has 1 case against her. The serious cases against these ministers and MLAs pertain to offences as murder, rape, kidnapping and corruption. The breakup of BJP ticket distribution is as follows: 3 STs, 2 SCs, 11 OBCs, 9 Catholics and 9 from general category out of his list of 34 candidates declared on Thursday. Among these, 2 are women candidates. BJP candidates for Bicholi, Kalangut, Santa Cruz, Kumajua, Kortani, Kurtori seats have not been declared.
तो 3 जनरल सीटें हैं। 3 जनरल सीटें पे भारतीय जनता पार्टी की केंद्रीय चुनाव समिति में 3 एसटी नाम की स्वीकृति दी है। जनरल सीटों पर 3 एसटी लड़ेंगे। यह भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने गोवा में स्वीकृति दी है। इसी के साथ साथ एसटी शेड्यूल ट्राइब, इसी के साथ साथ ये भी बताना चाहूंगा कि एक जनरल सीट पे भारतीय जनता पार्टी के केंद्रीय चुनाव समिति ने एससी वर्ग के प्रत्याशी को अपना स्वीकृति दिया, वह चुनाव लड़ेंगे। तो 2 एससी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रत्याशी होंगे, एक जनरल पे एससी भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने दिया है।
ब्यूरो रिपोर्ट फॉर हेराल्ड टीवी।
The TMC on Thursday faced tough questions from the media on the candidate list amid news that many candidates were unhappy with the list, especially party Vice President Luisino Falero, who has been nominated for Fathoda constituency. TMC Goa desk in charge Mahua Moitra said all candidates are happy. No one is unhappy with the candidate list. TMC General Secretary also said that if Congress was TMC's enemy, it would have not fought in BJP ruled states.
फेस टीएमसी से होगा कि एमजीपी से होगा,
वो आप समय के साथ आपको पता चलेगा, अभी तो टाइम है। Before we go to the polls, we will say that is something that will be done in discussion by our leader Mamata.
but are you ready to give chief minister's face to MGP?
Whoever gets more number of things. That is not something that is beyond my pay grade to answer this question. So I think there are some things our chairperson will handle. So she will answer this question.
But are you ready to give chief minister's face to MGP? You are
That
alive.
is something I'm state in charge, but the party president decides. That is the questions that the party president will have.
So everything is controlled remotely in Goa because
No, there
local
is nothing
leadership
remotely.
is.
There is, sir. There is. I think it is very unfair of you to ask this question in order to.
No, everything you are telling is you are.
Everything is not. We have the candidate list has come from here. The state committee is from here. The party president is taking the thing here. So when you are asking the Congress who is going to be the chief minister,
You are sitting candidates and saying that they are not doing anything.
who has said that? Has Mr. Ferrerio had a press conference and said that? No, he has not. I cannot be responsible for answering questions based on hearsay. Has Mr. Ferrerio taken a press conference and said that? Whether you are repeating this from who I have heard, I cannot lend credence to as far as we are concerned.
Madam, just
Mr. Ferrerio is a Rajya Sabha member and a disciplined national vice president of this party.
to him before?
Absolutely, 200%.
And he had agreed to it.
Yes, 200%. And this is not something that we are. Is this something that you have received from Mr. Valerio first hand? I challenge you.
Was he present when the list was named?
He was here when the sir. I did not owe you an explanation of every minute by minute, but he was very much present when the list was read out, and that is all there is.
Madam, just now your party president is only saying that they are not taken into consultation.
That's what he said.
You are on camera, yes, sir, madam.
He said
You are not told.
अरे बाबा एक
हिंदी सर, हिंदी और इंग्लिश.
हिंदी में बोलो तो हिंदी में बोलो. सांगून नसले अशें म्हणून पार्टी प्रेसिडेंट पळय पार्टी प्रेसिडेंट करता म्हणून म्हाका कित्याक सांगपाक जाय. मैं आल्दोना में डोर टू डोर कर रहा था, तभी मैंने सोशल मीडिया और मुझे फोन आया कि आपको पार्टी प्रेसिडेंट नियुक्त किया है और तुरंत ऑफिस में आ जाओ, हमको फर्स्ट लिस्ट डिसाइड करना है. तब तक के लिए अभी जो आगे जो भी होगा उसमें मैं जानकारी रखूंगा, वो मेरे जानकारी में होगा.
Some of your earlier opposition party leaders, they can go up for supporting.
अरे किती बीच करता रहे.
Now today they are your candidates. थोडे ठिकाणी पहिले तुमचे विरोधी पक्षात असताना तुम्ही कोळसा हाडपा खातीर येयले असे म्हणून आरोप बी केले. आज ते तुमचे कॅन्डिडेट आहा थोडे.
खबर ना अशें कितें आसता पॉलिटिकल पार्ट्यांक खूब आरोप प्रत्यारोप जाता, पूण आमी हो सरकार जो करतले हो गोंयकारांचो सरकार करतले. गोंयकारी विरोधी ज्योच्यो गजाली खबर घेवचे ना. आमी गोंयकार हांगासर जे इलेक्शनाक बसतले हे फक्त गोंयकार बसतले आनी गोंयांसून टीएमसी पार्टी ही चलयतले. फक्त काय आसता आयज खंयचो भारतीय जनता पार्टी वयर आपलो हायकमांड सांगिना, सगळ्यांचो कोण ना कोण गॉडफादर आसपाक काँग्रेस सांगिना, आम आदमी केजरीवाल येवन हांगा डिक्लेअर करिना. सो हो प्रश्न आमकांच कित्याक रे बाबा, आमकांच जावंक पावना न्हू. सगळ्यांचो आसता न्हू. ती आमची पार्टी, आमची चीफ पार्टीची ममता बॅनर्जी आहा, आमी कन्सल्ट करतलेच न्हू. आम्ही जेन्ना घरान म्हजो भुरगो म्हाजे कडेन कन्सल्ट करता आसतना कांय गोश्टी करतलो काय कितें करचो ना पूण जें कितें गोंयांक बरें पळय तें आमी करतले
खूपच आहे काय ना
कांयच ना
Take the joining.
TMC National General Secretary Abhishek Banerjee said if TMC was against Congress, it would have contested the Congress-ruled states, but it is contesting in BJP-ruled states such as Goa. He also challenged Congress Goa election in charge P. Chidambaram to file a defamation notice against him if it is not true that party national vice president Pawan Verma visited Chidambaram at his house on 24 December to talk about alliance with the Congress.
Pawan Verma today has put this in public domain that he, being the national vice president of All India Trinamool Congress, went to Mr. Chidambaram's house on 24th of December. Please note the date. You want the time? I'll tell you the time. It was 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon. He has said this. And Mr. Chidambaram is an eminent lawyer. If he thinks that we are fudging the figures or we are misleading the public at large, he can sue us. He can slam a defamation notice within 24 hours. Then let us go to the court and find it out. Who's lying? Who's misleading the public? When you don't agree and you think that we are self-sufficient, we as in the Congress, I'm saying this to Mr. Chidambaram, when he thinks that the Congress is self-sufficient to defeat the BJP and take on BJP's juggernaut and might, he should be high on moral grounds when the results come out on the 10th of March. If Congress fails to defeat the BJP, Mr. Chidambaram should be the first one to resign.
With Congress giving Savio De Silva a chance to contest from Veli, former Veli MLA Benjamin Silva joined TMC on Thursday afternoon. Silva, who had returned to the Congress fold in August 2020, resigned. Silva, after joining TMC, said that there is no chance for Congress in Goa. It's only TMC who will defeat the BJP and form the new government. It may be noted there is a groundswell of support for TMC member Antonio Clovis in Veli.
जॉइन झाले आणि म्हाका उमेद भोगता तुम्ही बरं काम करपाक आमचो आपलो कलीग किरण कांदोळकर आमी बरोबर आसा दुसरेय मेंबर जाय ते जॉइन जाल्ले आसा आनी हेजे मुखार आनीकूय जॉइन जातले सो आमकां खात्री आसा ही पावटी गव्हर्मेंट तृणमूल काँग्रेस फॉर्म करता म्हणून
पण तुका केन्ना गमले काँग्रेस सिरियस ना म्हणून
तुमी चोयला आसतले फाटल्या दिसांनी कितें पळय जालां तें इवन थर्ड लिस्ट पळय काँग्रेसार आउट जालें तेन्ना गुंडूराव फोन मारलो म्हाका दिसता 3:30 सुमार सांजचो आनी हांवें चलते पळय बाबा चलता तें कितें तुमी म्हाका सांगताले फर्स्ट लिस्टान तुमगेलें नांव आसतलें आसना सेकंड लिस्टान आसतलें आसना थर्डूय लिस्टान ना सो तुमगेलें इंटेन्शन कितें बाबा सिरियस आहाय तुमी बाबा गव्हर्मेंट फॉर्म करपाक आनी हांवें चलते पळय बाबा म्हजें नांव कित्याक लागून ना तो म्हणपाक नेक्स्ट लिस्ट येता सो नेक्स्ट लिस्ट तेमी इमिडिएटली रातची काडलें बराबर काडूं ना थर्ड लिस्ट आनी फोर्थ लिस्ट पळयना तें लेट नायट काडलें तेन्ना फोन मारले का तेन्ना फोन घेयलो तेणें म्हगेलें आनी म्हाका सांगलें तेणें फोर्थ लिस्टान म्हगेलें नांव आस म्हण सो ही फुटींग पण पड केलें तेमी तेका लागून हांवें बाबा काँग्रेस भाव नाका
तुका टिकेट दिली ना म्हणून काँग्रेस नाका म्हणटा
टिकेट दिली ना म्हणून आमी काँग्रेसा लागून सॅक्रिफायस केलो कित्याक म्हणजे म्हाका जायत ऑप्शन आसलें पयलीं तृणमूल काँग्रेस व्हेरी फर्स्ट ते पळयलें गोंयांत तेन्ना म्हाका मेळ्ळें आतां लास्ट पासून म्हाका मेळ्ळें म्हाका 15 फावट गेले ते म्हणजे बरें आनी म्हाका सांगत आसलें ते तेंगे सेटअप केसो आहा तो आनी आमी काल तरी मिटींग केली तेंगे मेन पळय आसा तें कडेन जाल्यार आमी पळोवन येयलें बाबा हेंगे सेटअप जायत वयर आसा काँग्रेसाचो सेटअप कांयच ना काबार जाल्लो आसा तुमी तरी चोयलें जाल्यार फाटल्या दिसांनी कितें पळय काँग्रेसान घडलां आयज येता फाल्यां येता फेस टू तेजें चोयलें जाल्यार कोणालें कोणा नांव येयलें न्ही
काँग्रेस सिरियस कितून ना तुजें नांव घेवन लिस्टान
म्हजें नांव गेलें ना म्हणून आमी काँग्रेस वयर काडपाक पळयताले पूण तेमकां बरें मनीस ना काय काँग्रेस सिरियस ना तेका लागून
टिकेट दिला त्या वायट मनीसान तुमी
वायट मनीस हांव दाखयत म्हणटा काल हांवें प्रेसाक दिलें मरे कोण आमगे वेली टिकेट दिला ते प्रेसाक दाखयलो तुमी विचारले तुमगे प्रेसाक दुसऱ्यांक हांव सांगना
प्रॉमिस केलें टिकेट
सी हांव एक्स MLA आनी म्हाका खात्री आसा म्हाका तृणमूल काँग्रेस टिकेट दित म्हणून
फाल्यां टिकेट दिना जाल्यार ते वायट जायत म्हणून
हांव तृणमूल काँग्रेस वायट कित्याक लागून म्हणटा ते वायट मनशां गेले म्हणून म्हणटा
पूण फाल्यां
बरो मनीस तरी काँग्रेस पार्टी आहले जाल्यार बरो मनीस
अशें न्हू फाल्यां टीएमसीन तेंच्यार गव्हर्मेंट केली जाल्यार ते आनी कोण वायट जालें मागीर
फायनली मुखार कितें जातलें तें तुज्यान सांगपा जायना
कालूय तेंच आमकां सगळ्यांक
तुका खबर आसपाना
तशें न्हू आनी काल तूं काँग्रेसान आनी आयज टीएमसीन येता आमकां खबर नासली
हें सांग तुका तूं फाल्यां आसता म्हणून तुका खबर आसता
आयजूय आमकां गमलें न्हू
फाल्यां तूं आयज जॉईन जालो कंडिशन आसपाक गेलें बट तें मागीर पुढे
Story by Devendra Gaonkar for Herald TV.
Now let's take a short break. Welcome back. Aam Aadmi Party Goa convener Rahul Mamre on Thursday stated that the show cause notices I've received at the behest of the BJP government and MAPSA MLA Joshua D'Souza are unwarranted and only encourage me to work harder for MAPSA. Mamre also challenged Chief Minister Pramod Sawant and MAPSA MLA Joshua D'Souza to use all the government machineries like ED, CBI and IT against him, but this won't deter him from working hard for MAPSA and MAPSHAKARs.
तेच आमी बोडगिणीच्या जात्रेक गेल्ले ताजी खंय तुका शोकोज नोटीस धाडटा हांव म्हणलें धाड जरूर धाड बोडगेश्वरा पांया कडेन गेल्लो म्हापशा वाचोवपाक हांव बोडगेश्वराच्या देवाच्या पांया कडेन गेल्लो सगळ्यांचे बरें मागपाक गेल्लो ताजी जर दिसता तुमकां नोटीस धाडची म्हाका जरूर धाडा हे इलेक्शन कमिशन जावन जें आसा बीजेपीचें कमिशन जालां इलेक्शन कमिशन म्हणल्यार आमी हे नोटीसी तुमी धाडटा ताका डगमगपाचें ना म्हापशेकारांचो आवाज घेवन फुडें वता म्हापशेकारांचो सपोर्ट घेवन फुडें वता तेन्ना कितलो प्रयत्न भारतीय जनता पार्टी जी भ्रष्टाचार जनता पार्टी जाल्ली आसा तशेंच जोशुआन कितलो प्रयत्न केलो फाटीं सरपाचो ना हांव भियोवपाचो ना प्रमोद सावंतान एक बरें सांगलां भिवपाची गरज ना ताजेर हांव ठाम आसा भिवपाचें ना आवाज आमचो आनी नेटान वाडटलो तुमी कितली तुमची अस्त्रां आसा पळय पोलीस जर आसा CBI आसा CD आसा ED आसा जाय ती अस्त्रां आमचेर लाया इलेक्शना हांव फुडें उबो रावला आम आदमी पार्टी तर्फे आसा आम आदमी जे म्हापशेकार आसा तांचो आवाज घेवन फुडें वता हांव जाणटी आई आसा तिच्या हातान दिला म्हाका फोन करून सुद्दां केल्लो हांव स्वता वचून हाडपाचो नोटीसी घरा कडेन धाडला म्हणजे फक्त हॅरेसमेंट इंटिमिडेट करपाचे टॅक्टिक्स ह्यो काल सांजे वेळा म्हाका सांजची 6 गेले नोटीस विथीन 24 hours रिप्लाय कर म्हणून आज सकाळी मुद्दाम हांव मेळपाक गेलो आरोच्या ऑफिसान ही म्हणल्यार कितें चलना तुमकां रुल्स खबर ना 3 जानेवारी इव्हेंट जाला 8 जानेवारी कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट लागला हे तांकां खबर ना म्हणजे बीजेपीच्या कोणाक सांगला आसतलें ऑफिसांतल्यान नोटीसी काड खंय तरी तांकां गुंदोया रिप्लाय करपाक सो हो तांचो खेळ चल्ला वी आर लायकींग इट जोशुआ जो डल लागला तो बरें दिसता अश्यो नोटीसी येवनी आतां मात नेक्स्ट नोटीस येतली की आमी बोडगिणीच्या जात्रेक गेल्ले 5 जाण गेल्ले आमी ती नोटीस काडपाची आसा खंय हांव म्हणलें काड मुद्दम काड आनी अश्यो कितल्यो नोटीसी येता काडत रावा म्हणलें तुजी ED लाया CBI लाया पोलीस फोर्स लाया काम आमचे फुडें नेटान वतलें
Story by Prakash Gadekar for Herald TV.
With the rise of accidents and road deaths reported in the state, the Traffic Department on Thursday said that they will crack down on drinking and driving in the state of Goa. Traffic police have also begun an awareness campaign about the traffic rules that every motorist has to follow.
आंकडो आता सध्या आसना but if you require we can provide it to you.
You said about moving fire. So under what section and what could be penalty like if you give or
Basically, आमचं jurisdiction असता we will hand over the matter to police station and police station will register FIR.
What's any specific? I think like.
See, it depends upon gravity. किती जाता ताचेर आसा ते.
So he might like the driver or the rider might face jail term.
Yes. तो deterrent जातलो म्हणून we have started booking cases against these people. Initially we used to only challan them, but now we have started booking cases. So they'll have to face trial.
So now this alcohol meter are used or you examine based on the
medical report actually will examine.
Sir, CCTV camera जे करतात ते चलून घरात येतात कशी रिएक्शन थोडे वर्किंग कंडिशनान ना
ते आमचे चालू आसा प्रयत्न चालू आसा स्पेशली ते इन्स्टॉल केल्ले आसा हैदराबाद म्युनिसिपालिटी और अंडर MP LED fund. So वी आर इन टच विथ देम टू गेट इट रिपेयर इन केस इफ इट इज नॉट वर्किंग.
इवन सिग्नल सुद्धा मदीं मदीं चलता मदीं मदीं चालू वर्किंग कंडिशन
त्यो सुद्धा आम्ही CCP कडे सांगून तांकां आमी कन्वे करता, चलना जाल्यार चलना म्हणून सांगता आनी ते रिपेर इट. आमी अशें बसोवंक ना.
Story by William Rodriguez for Herald TV.
On Thursday morning, taxi operators once again raised their voice against the Election Commission of India hiring non-government registered vehicles on election duty. They came to meet the Director of Transport. They even submitted a memorandum to the Transport Department.
आयज प्रेस आपोवपाचें कारण म्हटल्यार तुमी जाणा आसतले जाल्यार 4-5 दिसांक हो बोबाळ चालूच आहा. इलेक्शन कमिशनान ज्यो तेच्या नांवार ज्यो गाडयो हाडलेल्यो त्यो MS सगळ्यो हाडलेल्यो आहा. MS हाडूनय तेच्या पलीकडे तेंच्यांनी रेंट कार पळय आहा सेल्फ ड्रिवन त्योय हांगा हाडल्यो. थोडे आमी नंबर काडून किंवा फोटो काडून तुमकां दाखयता. ह्यो कितल्योश्योच गाडयो रेंट कार ह्यो हांगा तेंच्यांनी अंडर इलेक्शन कमिशन लायल्यो. हे थोड्योच आमकां मेळ्ळ्या, अश्यो खुबश्यो आहा. आनी 1,500 गाडयांचो कितें तरी तेंचो कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट आहा अशें आमी आयकलेलें. जाल्यार 3 दीस आमी तेन्ना GTDCन गेले तेजे कडेन हें करपाक, जाल्यार आमच्यो 81 कितें तरी गाडयो थंय रुजू जाल्ल्यो जे आमचे कोण कॉन्फरन्सांक चलयता किंवा आमचे कोण वेंडर आहा तेंचे कडेन. पूण आमचे हांगाच्यान गोंयचे वेंडर आसतना तेंच्यांनी भायलो वेंडर हाडलो कित्याक हो पयलीं क्वेश्चन मार्क. आमी तांकां विचारलें जाल्यार आमकां तेंच्यांनी एरगॉन फ्री उतरां दिवपाक हे केली. तेन्ना तेच्या नंतर मागीर सांजचे हांव आनी मोगेंबो गेलो, थंयसर वार्तालाप जालो. आमच्या टॅक्सीवाल्यांक मेळ्ळे, आमच्या टॅक्सीवाल्यांक विचारलें जाल्यार हांगा तर 140 रूल तर हें करून आमकां मिटर हांगा बसयल्लो आहा. हांगा एक रुलान तो तेंच्या गाडयांक मिटर कित्याक ना, पूण त्यो गाडयो हांगा कित्याक आयज कोविडाचो काळ जालो किंवा आमचें हें टुरिजमाचें हें सकयल देंवल्या पातळी तेजेर आमच्यो गाडयो लागच्यो सांडून ह्यो भायल्यो गाडयो कित्याक. जाल्यार हेका लागून आमी हो प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स सगळ्यांक कळचें म्हणून किंवा जनतेक कळचें म्हणून आयज सांगचें न्हू म्हटल्यार BJP सरकारान जें चलयल्लें आसा जेणे करून चड करून आमकां टॅक्सी ड्रायव्हरांक नाहक तेंच्यांनी त्रास पळय हे 5 वर्सांक दिल्ले आसा. आनी टॅक्सीवाल्यांकूच न्हू जे स्टेक होल्डर कोण आहा किंवा बारीक बारीक आमचे धंद्याकार कोण म्हणा, रापणकार म्हणा, आनी कोण म्हणा, शेकवाले म्हणा, सगळ्यांक तेंच्यान रस्त्यार हाडल्या शिवाय दवरूंक ना. आतां ऐन हेजेर इलेक्शन पावलें तरी लास्ट एटेम्प्टाक आमकां अशें करूंक सोदता अशें आमकां दिसता. तेन्ना ही बेगोबेग आमी आतां डायरेक्टराक लेटर दितले, बेगोबेग ह्यो ज्यो गाडयो आहा त्यो रद्द करच्यो अशी आमची पोलायटली मागणी आसा. सपोज जालें ना जाल्यार इन केस मागीर कितें फारफेर जालें जाल्यार ताका आमी खंयचेच युनियन किंवा खंयचोच टॅक्सीवालो जबाबदार नासचो ना. कित्याक आतां पोटाक लागून वणवण टॅक्सांनी आमकां भाडीना आनी तितून ह्यो भायल्यो हाडून हांगा हें करता जेणे करून ह्यो रेंट कार ज्यो आहा त्यो चड करून लायल्यो आहा त्यो लावंक शकना. आनी 140 आमकां हें पळय मिटर लायिल्लो आहा तो मिटरूच आमकां आनी बाकीच्यांक कांय ना, भायल्यांक रूल कांय ना. पूण भायल्यो आमच्या गोंयांत इलेक्शन जाता आनी इलेक्शनाक आमच्यो गाडयो लागल्यो ही आमची मागणी आसा.
Story by William Rodriguez for Herald TV.
The feast of Saint Sebastian was celebrated with traditional religious fervour at Saint Sebastian Chapel at Arpara. This is one of the unique feasts where Catholics and Hindus come together to celebrate the feast of this saint.
He was only 31 years. जाणतो न्हय तो. जेजू देखून 33 वर्सां जियेलो पूण तो 31 years. 257 ह्या वर्साक तो जल्मलो जाल्यार 288 ह्या वर्साक ताका मारून उडयलो. ओन्ली 31 years. तो रोमा शहरांत मिल्हान हांगासर ग्रेस्त कुटुंबान क्रिस्तांव घराब्यान जल्मलो. जायते जाण म्हणटात तो हिंदू. ना, सारकी समजणी घेयात. तो हिंदू न्हय, रोमाक हिंदू नासले तेन्ना. तो क्रिस्तांव घराब्यान जल्मलो. बट पूण he used to leave Christianity by hiding himself. ताणें क्रिस्तांव म्हूण दाखोवंक ना.
Jamshedpur FC will look to move back to the top of the table when they take on fellow heavyweights Mumbai City FC in a high voltage ISL clash at the Athletic Stadium in Bamboli on Friday. Mumbai have been off the boil for some time now, going winless for the last 5 matches and dropping to 4th place in the table with 17 in their kitty from 11 outings. Des Buckingham's Chargers have struggled at the back, and that is a cause for concern for the reigning champions. Head coach of Mumbai City FC, Des Buckingham, said, "We are expecting a good game again. Last time we got off to a good start against them, but they came back and the game ended 4-2. They have really good players in their squad and a fantastic coach. We need to focus on going back and playing the football we played in the first 4 to 5 games."
Yeah, we've had a couple of days after we were due to just get on the bus before the last game, before we got the call that the game was going to be off. So we'd done as much work with the players as we could at the hotel, which they worked extremely hard because they needed a bit of a release. They were expecting to play, and of course that late in the day was very difficult to do anything else. So they worked hard, and we've just stuck to our routine, which was the day off, post what would have been the game, and then we've trained 3 days leading in. This will be the 3rd day. So we've stuck to our schedule, expecting obviously the game tomorrow. And the players we spoke about being consistent in our approach to what we do. And in the season, with 11 games played and 9 to go, we're 3 points off of top in amongst a very congested league table where everyone has shown this year how strong the league is and how capable any team in this league is of picking up results off of each other. So the key is making sure we're in a strong spot, and I think we are. As I said, 3 points off of top with 9 games to go, and that's been important to us. Now it's about the reaction and making sure that we can approach the next 9 games the way we want to make sure we finish the season as strong as we can.
So one more question, that Jahu has the most passes, most of the tackles and most of the assists this season. So how do you rate his performance as a coach? How important he is for your team?
Yeah, I think Jahu's just carried on from where he left off last year. I think those stats that you've just quoted are probably, not probably, they are. You know, he was the most used player in the league last year in terms of passes and tackles. So he's carried on from where he left off, and we've tried to develop his game a little bit more to get him into more advanced areas and make him a bit more effective. And he's started to show real signs of that, not just through his assists, but obviously scoring goals now as well. So he's been a pleasure to work with, and it's important now that we just continue building both Jahu, but also his working relationship with those around him as well to take advantage.
And also Bikram Pratap Singh and Purba.
Yeah, it's, the 3 you've mentioned there, more so younger players. And what I've always said is we have a lot of trust in the players in this group. That's the reason they're here. And then it's important that they continue to show them what they have that's got them onto the field. And then it's up to them. You need people to give you an opportunity to showcase yourself at the ISL level. And those players have all had a taste of that, and some have gone in and done well, and they've stayed in because of that. And that's a huge carrot for any player, whether it's in our squad or elsewhere. The young players see there's opportunities to get on the field regardless of the age that you are. And if I said you go in and you can test yourself against that quality of player, and then it's a case of, can we support you to stay in, or what do we need to do to make sure we can get you a few more skills to stay in the game a bit more when you do get the chance to go on. So I've been very happy with the players when they have had their opportunity, and now it's going to be important that, again, when they get the chance again, that they go on and perform in the next 9 games.
Story by Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
And that's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.